Well, howdy, howdy. What's up, people? Uh, oh yeah, there's something I forgot to do with the webcam. Actually, I want to see if I can do that right now. Um, Let me go into uh this. Let's see, source. Where's the webcam thing? Here it is. Image, maybe? Yeah, image. Okay. And see webcam order. Very nice. Okay. Create new image file. Let's go to yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay, that's a little big. Charles Jessica, thank you very much for the follow. Let's see if I can't make this appropriately sized here. Here, let me actually, this is going to look a little bit awkward for a moment. I'm going to hide the webcam border that I had. Hello, welcome to chat. Going to, does that work? Come on. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I think I need to move this webcam a little bit so we can see whether or not this is actually working. No. Do that. How are you? I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm just a little bit well, you might color me a little bit annoyed here that this is not exactly going the way I would like it to. Huh. That's better, I think. If I okay, here's the deal. Let me take this new oh, I didn't mean to do that. Which games are you playing? I'm playing Mario Kart Wii. That's what I'm gonna do. Can I? What is going on? What is going on here? Take this. No, don't do that. Take this. There we go. Very nice. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Actually, let me... Okay, so you can see that, kind of. That might be like a slightly different shade of red. Yeah, it looks like it's a just different enough of a shade of red to be a little bit annoying. I'm going to turn that off and have my webcam kind of like that for the time being. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I move this webcam frame outside of that. That enables me to... Right? Here, hold on, timer. Oh yeah, this is a little bit too big. Sorry, folks, we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty. I will be with you momentarily. Is this... Fuck it, good enough. Alright. I'll have to fix that off stream. But now I have a slightly better looking webcam border. I might even want to go off stream and like fix that up a little bit. Because it looks a little bit thin for my taste. But look, I've got the logo there. I've got the nice red border. Looks like a fancy little thing. Let's get into it. And I'm looking at my list. I have a TXT document listing a bunch of things that I would like to talk about on stream, and a bunch of things that happened that I think are relevant to the kind of stuff that I talk about. And hot damn, is there a lot of stuff. You know, when you live stream and you talk about politics, a lot even happens sometimes just in the one day that I'm not live streaming. But in this case, I was gone for the whole weekend and also Friday. So there was a lot that happened. A lot of funny stuff, a lot of tragic stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. But I will be playing Wiimfi in Mario Kart Wii, so that should be the day's entertainment, and then it should be educational content to listen to me talk about stuff. At least I hope so. And of course, I've got a video segment on the back burner about some stuff that I did to get politically involved about a week or two ago. I think it would have been a couple weeks ago. Very, very red. Thank you very much for the follow. God, I'm getting some more people in chat today, it seems like. Let's see. What do I want to start with? God, there's so much. There's so much to talk about. Okay. Alright. I think I would do well to talk about the thing that everybody knows about and heard about. Even if you're not involved in, like, following the news, everybody knows what happened in Hawaii. Let's look this up here. Let's see. Oh, wow. This person's name is PP? God, I wish that were me. Here we go. Associated Press, that tends to be pretty good. Drag you on over here. You guys can't see my other monitor. All on good. Okay. So I'm mostly going to have this article up for reference. I'm going to try not to read too much directly from it. Everybody knows, you know, tragedy struck in Hawaii. There were wildfires over the weekend on the island of Maui. Very pretty place under ordinary circumstances, but the fire was quite a harrowing sight for a lot of people. And in fact, it consumed an entire town. There was, let's see, it was a tourist town. What was it called? Lahaina, that's right. Lahaina? I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. But you know, this town where a lot of tourist types go on vacation and whatnot, caught fire. There were wildfires occurring in the Maui countryside, and you know, resulted in about 100 deaths. I think the death toll is up to 99 right now, which is not good. It was such a harrowing sight that people were literally jumping into the ocean during a hurricane to avoid the flames catching them. And I want to sort of bring the subject to, like, why these fires happened in the first place. Now everybody knows that wildfires, forest fires, etc. are a natural occurrence. They happen under normal circumstances, right? You know, that when there's too much underbrush or when it's too dry, a fire breaks out, and that fire spreads, and it goes until it, like, can't go anymore or whatever, until it's stopped. But these fires that we're seeing lately in Hawaii and elsewhere are a little bit different, right? Obviously, they are caused by the same environmental factors, right? Like, when stuff is too dry, things are more likely to catch on fire. You know, that's just kind of how it all works. But here, the extenuating circumstance, like the special circumstance, was that it was a lot drier than it should have been in Maui. I think they said something like, well, I don't remember the exact numbers, but there was less rain both in the wet season and the dry season than there should have been, you know, in like a normal year. Which made things a lot more easy to catch on fire. Also, I wasn't really paying attention to that guy's green shell. So what I am saying is that these fires can be in part attributed to climate change, actually. Is it entirely the fault of climate change? No. I mean, like I said, wildfires happen anyways. But when the weather patterns are changing like this, and there's like not as much rain as there should be, you get things like this starting to happen. Nice, a blooper. Best item in the game. Damn it. I knew there was no way out for me there. There's not a whole lot for me to add on the climate change front, just to say that, like, climate change worsening is responsible in part for these fires being as devastating as they were, such that the entire town of Lahaina is now reduced to rubble, basically, and it's going to be a heck of a rebuilding effort on the part of Hawaii, the state government, the local government, to build the town back up, because although it is a very touristy destination, people do live there. You know, there are people who, you know, their livelihoods are now gone as a result of this fire, if they didn't die. And what I really wanted to bring it to is something else, which is the conspiracy theories that are surrounding the fires. Because if you can believe it, there are conspiracies. Most of them revolving around either the fires didn't happen at all, or also it was a government conspiracy to do... I don't know. They didn't exactly say what it was a conspiracy for. They just said it was a conspiracy. And I think this belies a certain mass hysteria. It's very easy to, like, just think of mass hysteria as, like, everybody panicking and whatever, and to some degree, like, that is that. You know, that is what mass hysteria is sometimes. But in this case, I'm going to use the more nerdy definition for hysteria, right? Which is that, like, people nowadays are like, really desperate. There's a lot of problems in people's lives that they can't really explain, that they don't know what they are exactly, they don't know how to solve. And so they get, well, hysterical over them. They start saying things that are, like, nonsensical and very weird. You know? Ow. And in this case, that happens to be, they were saying, like, oh, these wildfires weren't real or whatever. It just sort of everybody's, legitimate frustration at, like, things in their lives not going well was, for some reason, directed at, like, oh, it's the government's fault. The government is conspiring to, I don't know, something. Can you land on there, please? Thank you. I see. No, I went too far. Dang it. Oh well. What? It put me back here? That's kind of nuts. I'm getting last. Oh wait, no. There's actually another person behind me. Okay, well. Seven players? Let's go. I like this. To cut to the chase about Hawaii, I think the conspiracies that are resulting from this are ultimately, like, resulting from, like, the lack of, civics education in America. Like, there's the fact that there's no political education in America, there's no political awareness that is, like, taught to kids from an early age, is responsible for the degree of conspiracism which we see. You know, there are such things as, like, you know, conspiracy theorists in Europe and whatever, but they're by no means a mainstay of politics unless you go to the United Kingdom, which is in a similarly bad situation. Not similar, but still very bad. And ultimately, it's because people are stupid, is what I'm getting at. And people need to not be stupid. And in order to not be stupid, you should listen to my live streams for cutting-edge political analysis. Bro, me when... Same? Oh wow. I drove that pretty well, considering. Oh wow. I got bumped massively. I'm gonna let him go, I guess. Damn it. Got bumped again. It's gonna come back? Yeah. Yay, item. Mega Mushroom, let's go. I don't know when to use this. Never mind, I'm using it here. Nice. Oh shit, am I gonna get like third or something? That'd be pretty sick. Damn it. Oh well. Oh wait, yeah, 4th out of like 7? We take those, -1. Alright, next race. Oh bro, there's also a story, okay. Anybody who's seen my streams before will probably know what I think of the cops, and you might have even seen my segment on the police and the like new data that came out that shows that like, yeah, police are actually like useless They fucking don't do anything for society. There was even more data that I saw recently that supports that. Somebody posted to Twitter that I was actually a little bit skeptical of because it was a little bit older data. That in 2014, I think, police took more from people in the form of civil asset forfeiture. Basically, we think that you might be guilty of a crime, so we're going to take all of your stuff. That's a thing that the police are legally just allowed to do in the United States. Not even some like, oh, well, you know, they functionally have the power to do it. No, it's just written into the law that the police could, like, take all my shit if they don't like me. And apparently that happens more than like burglary. Police stole more from people by doing that, by doing civil asset forfeiture, than burglars did in like home invasions and shit. Ow. Holy shit. Forgot how volatile those things were. I can't believe I passed that thundercloud. Talk about luck. Man. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, what? Those are solid objects? Huh. That's kind of wild. I'm holding this red shell for dear life. There's some insane shit that you can do on this track. You like dive off on lap 3. Pretty sure that is a thing you can do. Also, I'm getting cooked. Here we go. Oh no! I tried. Haha! No! Shitheads. Alright. I'm not driving too well, so I'm gonna try to just take it in stride and make the most of it. Let's see. Least civil asset or 2022, maybe? Versus, here, hold on, versus burglary. There we go. Ah, here we go. This is a Substack article, but let me see. There are some statistics here. Yeah, here we go. Feds took more stuff than burglars in 2019. Annual dollar value of assets seized by federal law enforcement and annual losses to burglary. 2019, federal law enforcement took just over $3 billion. and burglary accounted for about 3 billion flat in losses or whatever. And that's just the feds. That doesn't count all the like local and state trooper like police force kind of stuff. I'm using this early. This is a bad spot to be in. I'm in first with no item. Okay, now I'm not in first, but I still have no item. And that's what I feared. Alright, let me see if I can't get up there. Ow! Damn it, I wanted an item. I'm sandbagging. I shouldn't have bagged. Wow. Anyways. Get me through here, please. No, you shit. God damn it. Okay. Let's try this again. It is only lap 2. That's something to consider. Alright, and I have a bullet bill. I think I need to use it. I'm way too far behind. Okay, it drops me here. Give me this item. Ah, shock. Cool. A golden. Okay. Cool. No, he got me. Clever bastard. All right. That's the best I've done all day. Take it. No, I'm not subscribing to the Substack. This doesn't account for local law enforcement. There's that Washington Post article about, like, 2014. Yeah, burglary. Let's see. In 2014, that's the most recent thing I can find, which is 9 years ago, but it's better than nothing. Burglary was responsible for people losing just under $4 billion. And then police stole $5 billion from people nationwide by doing civil asset forfeiture, which means we don't like you, we think you're suspicious, and we suspect you of a crime. We're going to take all your stuff. Police doing that caused more losses to people than just burglars. So. Couple that with all the data that says, like, yeah, cops don't actually fight crime or prevent crime or stop crime when it's, like, happening. All they do is, like, accost random black drivers. It becomes pretty evident. It's like, there's not a good reason to have a police force. Unless you're ultra wealthy, in which case there's a very good reason to have a police force, because they protect your property. At the expense of other people's lives, usually. Okay. I know what I'm saving these 3 mushrooms for. And it's this right here. Nice. No. No. Ah. It's okay. It's all for content. Win or lose, it's all about the content. There we go. Imagine I ended up getting like a blooper or something. That would have been tragic. Give me that. Oh, nice. A blooper, just like I was talking about. Dude, this guy's on a cart? That's insane. No! I had plenty of time to avoid that. I don't know why I ended up hitting it anyways. How am I still in 3rd? I don't understand this. I'm gonna be real. Mushroom? I should have taken the shortcut. It's okay, I'll take the shortcut that's later. Unless somebody gets the shock. Ooh, another mushroom. Okay. Somebody definitely has the shock right now. I'm paranoid as fuck. I might be a genius. Maybe. Okay, he's gonna pass me. I think I raced that okay. I like this room. I like the room that I'm in right now. I might get tired, but I gotta remind myself that VR doesn't fucking matter, so. Ugh. Is it supposed to rain today? That actually will affect how I'm feeling. Rain starting soon. Okay. Good to know. Now, my hand wringing. It is time for me to indoctrinate my audience politically. And by that I mean fill you in on the news of the day. There was like a chain of things I wanted to talk about. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's start with some good news. Y'all want to hear about something good that happened? So I'm going to preface this by saying that in the United States, each state operates a little bit like a separate country. Picture it kind of like European countries in the EU, but like a little bit less autonomous. So that means that each state has its own legislature and its own governor and things like that, just like there's the Congress and the president. And in Pennsylvania recently, the House and the Senate both passed a bill that got to the governor's desk, and he signed it into law, which made school breakfast free for all kids. This has been a big thing recently. It seems like Democrats in some states have particularly been picking up on this, that like we should make our new thing, our new like political thing, free school breakfast, free school lunch, and things like that. You know, basically like kids are going to school, they're going to public school, they should get food on the public dime, because it's like, you know, that's what you pay money for, right? Like you get school lunches. It's not fair that like kids would have to pay for the school lunches since they already paid for them. Their families already paid for them in the form of taxes. Especially like this impacts poor kids a lot. There are a lot of stories about like kids who like can't afford school lunches or whatever. I forgot how to play this track. That's okay. I'll take the L early on. But yeah, and it was actually super cute. There was a video clip as well about the governor actually like had a class of like young elementary school kids, and he was explaining to them how the government works, and it was so cute. He's like, so there's a bill, and then the House passes the bill, and then the Senate passes the bill, and then it gets to where we are, and then I sign it, and that becomes a law. And then he signed the bill, and just like that, every kid in Pennsylvania attending public school now eats breakfast for free. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was a great thing that he did. And I really think that other Democratic parties should pick up on that. You know, God, especially in my state. I live in Virginia, and to my knowledge, the Democratic Party here is not the greatest, as it were. Ooh, let's go over that. I'm pretty sure that's faster. I think it is. But aside from it just being good, I think that's the biggest reason that Democrats should adopt this as part of their platform, is just because it's good and people are talking about it right now, which means that there's a way better chance that they actually get it, get things done when they start talking about that. But also, it makes the Republicans look really bad. Like, the Republican Party is I mean, they're a conservative party, and they don't have a lot to offer people, right? Like, when the Democrats are saying, we are the party of free school lunches and stuff like that, the Republican Party is the only other party in American politics. So they have to argue against free school lunches, and in this case, free school breakfast, you know? No, I'm fucked. You know, I've seen Republicans try to argue against this before, and it's like literally arguing against the concept of poverty existing. It basically this is just good for everybody, and I think that it pushes to the forefront another thing that that I've been noticing lately, which is that the Republican Party might be kind of done. Right? Like, if you think about what Republicans talk about, especially in light of, the Democratic Party saying, you know what? Free school lunches, free school breakfast. We have the money to do it, let's do it. And if we don't, that's fine. We'll raise rich people's taxes, and then we'll have the money to do it. And then kids will be able to eat for free. They won't have to starve throughout the school day. They won't have to rack up school lunch debt. Which was a thing for people who don't live in America. That was a thing that happened. Kids went into debt over not being able to afford lunch. Not their families, the kids themselves. Republicans have nothing. They have nothing to offer. They've talked about tax cuts for 30 years. They tried that a few times. It obviously didn't work because it was never gonna work. And when that didn't work, they pivoted to the culture war shit. You know, transphobia, homophobia, racism, whatever. However veiled it is, or whatever you want to call it, you know, they started talking about trans groomers and drag queens and all that shit, and people aren't buying that either. So it's like, there's nothing the Republican Party can really say to people that will garner support, because there's nothing that the Republicans are actually willing to offer, you know? And so I think they might be done. I don't know how many of you are familiar with American history, but because America has a first past the post voting system, there's a two-party system, two-party dynamic. Ah, dang it. You know, in a first past the post voting system, however much third parties try, there can only ever be two relevant parties. Right now, those are the Republican and Democratic parties, but it wasn't always like that. There used to be the Democratic Party and the Whig Party. There used to be the Federalist Party and the Democratic Republican Party. You know, it changes over time. And I think right now, as hard as it is to see, if you're a fish, to see if you're in water, I think we're in the span of time where we're gonna start seeing the party dynamic changing, right? There's gonna be a new couple of relevant parties after this. How did I avoid that green shell? That doesn't mean that they're done forever or that, like, we can just sit back, right? The Republican Party is very good at fundraising. They're very good at scaring people. They won't die unless we kill them. And when I say that, I mean the Republican Party won't become irrelevant unless we make them irrelevant. I'm not advocating for hurting anybody. That's obviously contrary to everything I believe. But beyond just the policy stuff, right? Think about the finance structure of the Republican Party. I know, boring. Finance, money. Who the fuck cares? Each time an election happens, even between elections, political parties raise money. They like to have money because they like to spend money on elections. They love corruption. It's one of their favorite things to do, right? But in order to do that, they have to go to people and say, hey, you should give me money so that I'm more likely to win, so that I can make you happy. Both parties do this, but the key thing is that it's part of the party. It's not like any individual person. It's the party itself. The Republican Party has had a shakeup in the past, like, 7 years, where all of a sudden it's no longer the party that has control over its finances. The entire fundraising money structure of the GOP has been, like, rebuilt around Donald Trump, and pretty much only Donald Trump, right? And now that he's, like, under investigation, it, like, this shit's not good. Being cheeky here. You know, I think Republicans are missing a lot of key elements that make for a relevant party. A source of money being one of them. A good policy platform being another one. And a desperate base being another one. The voting demographics are starting to change. Like, fewer people are voting Republican. The younger generations, Gen Z, Millennials, Gen Alpha, are increasingly, like, left-leaning, right? And I think that's a good thing. But it's not good for the Republicans. So there's like one of two things that I can see happening here, right? The Republicans are going to start losing a lot more elections because they have less to offer and they have less money with which to push their message, if they even have one. Which means either they're going to disappear and another right-wing or centrist party even is going to take their place, or they're going to have to restructure, which is going to be incredibly difficult. Ultimately, I think it's actually more likely that the Republican Party will be gone in about 30 years. Right? No policy, no good candidates. Everything is centered around Trump, who has now been indicted again. He's, like, being prosecuted in all these different criminal trials. It's not a good look. You know? And even like big businesses are starting to be like, oh, I don't know if we want to support these guys. It don't seem like they know what they're doing. They don't seem like they can get us the policies that we want. They seem like they're not really committed to the pro-business angle. Which of course is only the business owner's perspective. I don't give a damn what business owners think with respect to policymaking, but it does impact the Republican Party. Of course, you know, with climate change and all that looming, there's a question of, like, disastrous changes happening anyway. But I think as far as, like, socioeconomic policy and like the stuff that you would expect to see coming out of Congress and state legislatures, whatever, Republicans are on their way out. And I think that's good. What's going on here? Okay. I'm gonna... Whoa, okay. Cool. track is fun. Whoa, Daisy. Yeah, that's right. Throw your red shells at that guy. Please don't hurt me. Please, please don't. I'm going so wide. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no! No! Oh boy. What a hectic room. That guy fall off? No, he's fine. He just looked like he fell off. It's probably lagging. Give me an item. Yay. Golden. I'll take that. Second. Am I in first with a golden? What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm gonna use this here. You can pass me, yeah. Yeah, bro, take them blue shells. I don't want them. You can have them. I have this red shell. Sons, if you're watching, if you're stream sniping or whatever, please be aware I have no intention of actually throwing this at you. I'm gonna put that banana somewhere. Or maybe not. Here, you know what? I'll get rid of it now. I'm dead as fuck. I drifted too tight. And when I said I have no intention of throwing it at you, I meant I have no intention of actually hitting you. Oh, man. Whoa. Big bomb explosion. I'm saving this mega mushroom if I can. I'm gonna chain it at the next item set right here. That was a fortuitous chain. Second place? Okay. I'd take those. We take those. As a matter of fact, I want to look at the indictment that Trump is facing. I did everything right and they indicted me. It's his own words. True. Very true. So true. Oh. Where's the, Here we go. Trump and 18 allies charged in Georgia. Holy shit. That's a lot of people getting charged. Go back factory. I like that truck. Who is... Thank you, AP, for not listing any of the people that are being charged. You're not gonna... Nice. Thanks. Associated Press says 18 others charged. Do they list the 18 others? No, they don't. Great news outlet. Excuse me. Excuse me again. But what you need to know about this indictment is that Trump is kind of fucked. Because he's being charged on the fucking election interference. There's a phone call where Trump was like, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break. You know. Ow. Everybody had the same idea. I didn't get mad at him. Oh well. Oh shit. I definitely would have hit that. Oh, baby. Whoa, what is that? How do you do that? Do you need a mushroom or something? I'm gonna try that next lap. That seems sick. I didn't know that. What? I hit another person? That's kind of wacky. Bro, they were so smart to target shock me there. But yeah, Trump called up somebody in Georgia, and he was like, "I need 11,000 votes," because he had lost Georgia in the general election, and so he was trying to cheat to get the votes that he needed. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do with this. Assuming I don't get bumped off, which it's possible that I will. Oh no! Okay. So maybe you do need a mushroom, or at least a mini turtle? Not entirely sure. Sorry, bro. I don't think I hit anybody. But I need to get rid of it, is the thing. I'm holding this out for dear life. Okay, is he gonna do the thing? No, he's not. Oh, I can't believe I did the right thing there. Nice. Yay. Third place. That's a cool track. What the? Many of the 161 acts by Trump and his associates outlined in the Georgia indictment have already received widespread attention, including January 2nd, where Trump called the Secretary of State and urged them to find the 11,000 votes needed to overturn his election laws. And according to the indictment, it was like, yeah, you're soliciting this guy to basically commit election fraud, so that's no bueno. You violated the law. Pay the fine or serve your sentence. Many such cases. This is the guy that has basically co-opted the entire finance machine of the Republican Party. And he's a significant part of the reason that they are going out of relevance. This might sound ridiculous, but I mean no exaggeration to say it. Donald Trump might end up being the largest single obstacle to American fascism. Which is kind of crazy. Ow. Nice. Thanks, guys. No, what the fuck? God damn. Alright. Where's the next item set? Around here, right? Yeah. Seems like I dodged a bunch of people. Not my intention, but... I was actually getting ready to say this might be a mistake, but I'm doing it anyway. So tight. Oh, Christ. Dude, I could just win this race, potentially. Damn it. No, I can't. I hate when that happens. When, you know, you throw a red shell, or somebody else throws a red shell and it's not going for you, you just run into it anyway. Oh, people are leaving. What the fuck? People don't like being in this room with me. I'm calling it. I'm a toxic influence. Many people have said this. Where was it? Here we go. I have another ACAB story queued up. My hatred of the police knows no depths. Or knows no bounds. I didn't get an item. Unfortunate. Somebody's stream sniping. I just know it. Why would you throw? Yeah, he's stream sniping. Take this blooper. You go on through there. I was gonna say, how's this man talking shit and not getting hit? How did he do that? I don't get it. Okay. You need this item? Thank you. Oh, nice. Oh no, I'm sorry, Diddy Kong. I didn't mean to do that. I'm concentrating this race because I like this track and I want to drive well on it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Okay, I'm definitely. Oh, never mind. Let's go. Okay, 5 players, not bad. Ah, yes. What an epic headline. A volunteer was cited for feeding homeless people. A jury acquitted him. Houston police have cited dozens of other Food Not Bombs volunteers for feeding the homeless. So this was in March, early March. Obviously, court cases take a long time, which is why I've heard about this more recently. But there was a volunteer group that was going around feeding homeless people because obviously, as a homeless person, food would be a pretty big question mark in your daily life. But the police decided, nah, that's not okay. They're encouraging vagrancy or some shit. I don't know what the logic was underlying that. Probably just that they're evil. And they went and wrote a ticket, like a citation or whatever. It's like, hey, you got to go to court. We might put you in jail or you have to pay it off or whatever. And it said you're in trouble basically, or not even basically. They wrote feeding homeless on the thing, on the citation. Just kind of wild. Dude, this Carter guy is having a field day behind me, I think. Nice. I was trying to snipe the guy ahead of me, but it didn't work out. I think that's a good shortcut there. Give me this item, please. Thank you. And then in so this citation went to court, and these guys got acquitted. You know, a jury looked at it and like, are you fucking kidding me? No, these guys were feeding the homeless. It's like, why? What was the purpose of this? Sorry, you're not giving me that. Oh, nice try, dude. Ow. I knew it. I knew there was going to be something. Ooh, mushrooms again. Yes. A valiant attempt, however, no. In the days after this guy's acquittal, city officials said they would keep vigorously prosecuting the cases of against people who were feeding the homeless. At least 47 have been filed since March 1st. They said there's been an increase in complaints and, quote, incidents regarding the homeless people congregating near the library. Oh no, how dare they? Homeless members of the public congregating in a public space. The horror. Goddamn. You know, maybe then you should consider like solving the homeless crisis instead of cracking down on people trying to solve the homeless crisis. I really do believe that cops just see certain people as subhuman and feel like or think that their mission is dedicated to eradicating those people in the sense of putting them behind bars forever or just killing them. I mean, we've seen the police body cam footage often enough. We know what they do to people of not exactly sound circumstance of mind or like, you know, if they're black. Basically, the cops are evil. Exhibit number 350 or something. 354. That's, yeah. How do you do that? What's going on? Oh, do they have mushrooms? They probably have mushrooms. Oh shit! I can't believe I got him with that. Like crazy. Oh shit. Whoa, 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 dude! What was that? Bouncing off the railing and shit? I'm gonna hold on to this mushroom. I think I know what I want to do with it. Shock basically just happened, so I don't think it would happen again. No! Okay. I knew that was... I knew that something was gonna happen. I didn't think it was gonna be the shock, but it would be how, so... Oh well. Ah! No! Okay, it's a good thing I used it early and at least got a little something out of it instead of poor bastard over there that just got shafted all the way. Also, that wasn't the most efficient usage, but I think better safe than sorry in that instance. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay. I turned into Crash Bandicoot for a second. Is that faster? I guess that's faster. Here's a mushroom. Barely lived. Okay. So yeah, in the past week we got like in the past couple of weeks we got, oh yeah, by the way, here's data to show that like cops don't do shit for society, that like they don't fight crime, they don't stop crime, they don't do any of that. We got, what was it, cops do more in civil asset forfeiture each year than happens in burglary, so cops are bigger thieves than actual thieves. And then we get this, cops will literally fine you and cite you on a ticket for feeding homeless people. Yeah, look, this person who started volunteering with Food Not Bombs the year before said fear of fines and legal costs led many organizations to stop feeding the homeless. But Food Not Bombs, which advocates for spending on feeding the hungry instead of weaponry, fought back, collecting some 33,000 signatures from people urging the city to rescind the ordinance. And this was a long time ago. And by a long time, I mean like 11 years. This is a decently long time, but... This stage is different. That was so smart by me, I think. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Oh, that's convenient for me, I guess. No. Okay. I got second somehow? Interesting. Cool. 10 players. Hey, we're getting up there in room count. All right. I gotta talk about it, I think. So, a few months ago, you'll remember I did a video, and this is one video that people actually watched, funnily enough, about the Young Turks, the news network, where Anna had a meltdown on Twitter over something that didn't happen, as is the case for most TERFs. And I said at the time that it could be, like, it could be the case for TYT more broadly. At least I said that, I think, in response to a couple of comments I got, because there was some information I wasn't privy to. Now it seems that it is definitely the case that TYT has started to move to the right, pretty definitively to the right. The funniest thing is that a lot of the catalyst for this, right, like, one of the accelerating factors here, this was by no means an inciting, like, the inciting incident, was Vosh calling Anna a retard, which is very funny to me, because it's indicative of the kind of fragile white woman liberalism that I guess TYT really represents. You know, if you're gonna get upset at being called a retard to such an extent that you change your entire politics, or you cite that as a reason for changing your entire politics, I don't think you belong on the internet. I'm gonna be frank. And the reason I say that is not necessarily prescriptive, like, oh, it's always okay to say the word retard or whatever, because it's obviously an ableist term. But let's be real. If you went to middle school at any time between the 1980s and 2010, or even nowadays, you've been called retard, and, like, you know what that's like. You know, so it shouldn't be some sort of, like, world-ending traumatic thing. And I will go further and say that it actually isn't for Anna. She's just performatively putting on this big old dog and pony show to sort of justify her leaving the left. Literally, the meme, leaving the left. I guess, you know, it becomes really relevant now that that meme started with somebody who actually left TYT. because the archetype of that is, oh, the left is being really mean to me, but the right wing is really nice to me, so I'm hanging out with the much nicer right-wingers now, since the left is a bunch of meanies, you know? Oh, cool, I dodged shock. Alright. But part of this meltdown, like, a lot of the meltdown that we're seeing out of TYT is sort of like a shift rightward both on social and economic issues while sort of maintaining the populist aesthetic, or at least trying to. Kind of the same way that Jimmy Dore and those types did, funnily enough. You know, as ironic as it may seem. Or poetic, I guess, in this instance, since a lot of those right-wing grifters came from TYT. You know, and at the time, I didn't think that was necessarily indicative of TYT's moral character, because they left TYT to become right-wingers. But now it's, you know, kind of gets cast in a new light. You know, Keffels did a really good video essay on this. I think if anybody's interested in a deep dive, I think you know, everybody would do well to check out Keffels' video. Oh no, I feel so bad for that Funky Kong. I shouldn't have done that. But and it seems like the shift rightward is largely concentrated around trans issues, because that's the hot button social topic of the day, you know? And I think, unfortunately, I think it does ultimately come down to a big grift. They're sort of playing at this idea. I want to dispel this notion for anybody out there who watches TYT. They're playing at this notion that in order to make economic progress, you have to ditch the social issues. You have to not talk about the social issues, and you have to stick to talking about the economic issues. Which is not true. This is borne out in the data, in like polling data and things like that. You do not have to do that. In fact, it's better when you talk about social issues that are very widely agreed upon. For example, abortion is one area where Republicans lose massively, because people in the United States understand that abortion is part of prenatal reproductive health for women and for trans men. It is like integral basically to a developed country. And so even the right wing can't get any big W's on that one. Like in the states where referendums happened on abortion, even right-wingers came out to vote to protect abortion rights. That's one thing. And then on trans rights as well. The Republican Party is rabidly anti-trans in a way that's just not reflective of what American people believe. You could go and see polling data that even a lot of Republicans, most Republicans, are okay with trans people existing, and think that the whole, oh, the transes are coming for your kids narrative is, like, overblown. This, like, what TYT is disingenuously arguing is losing ground here, is winning ground. And I think they know that. You know, both of them are pretty smart people, Jank and Anna. And I think they know that they're, like, not in the right on this one to a certain degree. You know, I give them the credit of at least being that smart. Ah, dang. And I will maintain my my belief that I think what happened at TYT headquarters or whatever is that Anna got a really nice paycheck from a right-wing media group, like right-wing media org. You know, like that Daily Wire money looks pretty good. I know she's on personally decently positive terms with Ben Shapiro. You know, them having had debates that weren't like all too mean. And TYT's been engaging in some, like, really bizarre civility politics. You know, I mentioned Anna freaking out over being called a retard. Like, that's just not something politically... like, useful to be freaked out about, right? It's like... Especially as a purported news person at, like, a major nominally progressive media org, you gotta show a little bit of professionalism in the face of that kind of thing. Like, you know, really, you're gonna get up in a knot about every mean Twitter comment calling you a slur? Come on. I'm bagging. That was not a good pull. No, it wouldn't let me jump. Ow. Concentrate on this race for a second and I can get back to what I was saying about TYT. God damn it. Guys, I think it might be Jover. Maybe. Just a little bit. What's up, player? Sorry, player. No! God damn it. Alright. I'm really not playing well this session. Damn, what happened to me, dude? Well, I fell off a bunch of times is what happened. Alright, we'll get him next race. See if I can't do better next race. I pass player? I can. Really disappointing to see from TYT. One of the bigger things as well, they've turned around on, like, economic issues such as drug rehab and drug decriminalization, and particularly homeless issues. Anna has gone down the tough on crime route of argumentation against the decriminalization of drugs, and you know, very apt critiques of her coming from the left on Twitter that she is deathly scared of homeless people. Clearly never had an innocuous social interaction with a homeless person, and also never been able to separate her individual sensibilities from her political prescriptions. Basically, she's a white woman who doesn't know how politics works, is what I'm saying. And ultimately, I think it's that wealthy white woman privilege, or at least the nose for money, the desire to seek financial stability and security above most everything else that is leading to TYT behaving like this. Because we know from other progressive commentators and from other, like, parts of the media circuit that this is how people go to the right wing. It's not that they have a genuine change of heart, it's that they decide to start grifting because it means they get a substantially better paycheck, which means they'll be able to make their mortgage or make rent every month. You know, purely a self-interested thing, but it's also very, very harmful. You know, it throws a lot of people under the bus, as it were. No, I miscalculated a little bit. Probably fine. Okay, I made it. So ultimately, I think that it's an appropriate time for people to start saying, you know, it's been a good run, TYT. You've done a lot of positive things for the left. Like, inarguably, they have been a force for good in the past. But nowadays, I think like people would do well to seek their news from elsewhere, from better sources. How do you even get over there? I don't understand. A dude? That's crazy. Oh no! I got shot. Oh, damn it. Keep taking the L's in this room. Ah. RIP! Possibly the worst offender, I think, in the case of TYT, is their pivot on the issue of trans people in sports. That, like, there was a falling out between TYT and one of their former trans employees who left because of transphobia and transphobic discrimination they faced at TYT. And the resulting feud exposed that TYT, like, had a pretty blatant disregard for the preponderance of medical data that does exist on the issue of trans people participating in sports. And, you know, I'll readily admit, that doesn't mean that we have a very complete picture. You know, a lot of the data is like kind of preliminary, or it's like this is a relatively new thing. And a lot of the research emphasizes further studies are needed. But right now, it looks like after trans people have been on hormone therapy or whatever for this long of a period, their hormones are perfectly in line with their cis counterparts, and there would be no, like, significant competitive advantage or disadvantage competing in the sports with the gender they identify with, rather than their sex assigned at birth. And the actual, like, tier of argumentation that TYT used to, like, refute that was Jank saying, I'm a guy and I can, like, bench however much. It was like some anecdote about, like, men are just built different. It had no data to back it up, pretty much. You know. And it's really unfortunate to see. Because, again, they are smarter than that. They do know better. It's a pretty disingenuous line of argumentation. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that. Oh, shit. Eh. Oh, no, I could have probably made that with the draft. Oh, well. Might as well play it safe, I suppose. Ow! Dang it. Ooh, a mushroom. I'm gonna try to hold this, I think. Yeah, especially now. Oh, no. What? One green shell. Kinda lame. There's no way I'm in first. No way. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Holy shit, that star almost hit me. Oh, what? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Beat a couple of people, whatever. Bro. These races are getting out of hand. One last thing about TYT, and then I'm done. I kind of felt the impact of this on a kind of on an emotional level, because like for myself specifically, but also for a lot of other people, TYT was sort of a vessel for people to get into progressive politics, and they're really not that anymore. And I think the funniest, although kind of one of the most tragic examples of this, is that they like. Not only did they pivot on all these different kinds of issues to the extent that Anna now sounds like Tucker Carlson when she's ranting in her segments, they also have VDS, like big time. Now, I know some people in my audience might not be huge fans of Vosh. I've encountered some comments of people who seem like they probably wouldn't like him that much. But Vosh and TYT have been having a discourse back and forth and whatever. And, again, going back to Vosh calling Anna a retard, it seemed like that really went to Anna's head. And what I mean by that is they like, TYT actually did a bunch of live shows, or not a bunch, like, there was, like, a couple of live shows that TYT did, where they actually gave a substantial amount of airtime to the like that discourse specifically, which again, like, it's not just unprofessional, it's also just massively petty. You know, I would expect better from a professional grade like news organization. You know, but I guess with TYT we don't really get that. Well, you know, I hate to see it, but... I guess if I have to introduce a silver lining, I always feel like I do, because, like... there's so much bad shit going on. I guess this could be taken as an indication that TYT is no longer really necessary for progressive left politics, which is a good thing, right? Like, it means that progressive beliefs have become mainstream enough that, you know, there doesn't need to be just the one news org that's pushing all of these ideas forward, you know? It's just that they still have a lot of influence with the platform that they do have, and they could do a lot of damage. But there are some good people in their orbit, like the Majority Report, Humanist Report, Kyle Kalinske, all those people. Don't do trans-exclusionary radical feminism, kids. It'll rot your brain. That's the segment. Actually, no, that's not the segment. I know this seems like drama to some people. I got some comments to that effect. I revisited the other video just to see what my coverage of the discourse was, to add some new stuff. And the response I have to those people is that, like, I hear you, right? it's internet politics. There's always going to be a degree of drama involved, right? But I think that you have to be pretty severely misunderstanding the issue to think me commenting on the state of a major news org is online drama. You know, because TYT is a big YouTube channel with 5 million subscribers that does news on the daily. It's a part of the online political machine, as much as CNN or NBC or ABC is a part of the cable TV political machine. And I think that, like, that on its own is enough to necessitate talking about when something big happens in that news org. Like, for example, everybody was talking about when CNN had new leadership under that one CEO that decided to do more right-wing propaganda and less fact and evidence-based reporting. It's kind of like that. Okay. I don't know how to do these shortcuts, dude. Ow. Any mushrooms, please? Oh, cool. I'll take that. Ah! So close. And yet so far. I can't believe I made it. The best items in the game. Blue shell on the blue. Lame. I'm really not driving well this session. What is going on? Dude! I guess you're not supposed to wheelie there. Nice. Alright, give me this. I can't believe that worked. Give me an item. Yes. Oh, nice. Ooh, how did I do that? I just eyeballed that. So yeah, now that that race is done, to wrap it up, it might seem like drama bait, but ultimately it's, I think it's useful as a warning, you know? Don't engage in the logic that TYT is engaging in here, because it can be pretty dangerous. It leads to political positions that are demonstrably harmful to the most vulnerable groups of people. You know, to people who are afflicted with drug addiction, which we ought to be treating like a disease and not some sort of criminality that's a result of moral failing. Stuff like transphobic logic which led TYT to argue against trans people in sports, and also, you know, ceding ground more broadly to the right wing by saying we should not talk about trans issues and queer issues in general. You know, and generally, like, generally not being a well-researched news work. You know, they claim to have their finger on the pulse and whatever. You know, statistics and data shows people don't agree with them. People support trans rights. And in fact, people will vote. People will turn out to vote enthusiastically if they believe that trans rights are on the ballot to be protected. So. And then that's the segment. Cut it there. Oh, this track is sick. I'm so glad I picked it. The problem is it is mirror mode, and I always get cooked on mirror mode. Alright. How do I do this? Yes! I think I did it! Oh my god. Alright. A sneaky surprise. I don't think hitting that wall was so bad. You can say copium and that'll probably be like, yeah, you know, sure. But if I went too wide, I would have gotten hit by that bullet bill. Almost certainly. No POWs today. God damn it. We do have red shells today, however. Oh, dude. ZTMY? What a homie. He forestalled the advances of everybody behind me with that bomb. Even though I know that they didn't do it on purpose. What the fuck? I didn't know that was a thing you could do. Ow. Hey, on the bright side, I'll probably be big enough to do the shortcut. Yeah. No! Oh, I barely missed. It's always lap 3. Ooh. Thanks, whoever used that shock. Ah, this is not a good spot to use this golden, but whatever. Never mind, maybe it is. Maybe. Now I have to go for the shortcut thing for content. Yes! Got it. Holding out this banana for dear life. That's fine. Second. Good shit. 1 second. Okie dokie. Jesus Christ, this got my heart rate skyrocketing. Repairing the race. I like Envenom Snowstorm. That's a favorite. Do I have time for one more? You know what? I think my thoughts weren't as collected this stream. Well, no, you know what? I think my rant about the GOP maybe not being relevant in the near future, I think that's good enough to make into a segment. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But there was one other thing that I think, well, do these warrant mention? Yeah, I think it does. This one's not as big, but like, you know how sometimes you see like the opinion column in a newspaper, and you're like, wow, these people are fucking insane. And they're also ghouls and demons. You know that happens. Where'd my bomb go? There was one of those recently. A newspaper had one of those moments, and it was about like, how did they phrase it? The phrasing was pretty insane. I'll say that right away. It was like management. Oh, it was like, I'd have to look at the headline to see how crazy it was. Because I don't think I could do it justice if I tried to just recite it from memory. I'll get to it in a minute. For now, enjoy this riveting gameplay. Blooper, best item. No, I didn't get an item. I'm such a goober. Let me look at it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, here's the headline. My work can be flexible, my son's routine is not. Meet the quote-unquote dead zone workers killing management's attempts to return to pre-pandemic 9-to-5 grind. Wow. So in case you're curious about what any of that means, it means that managers are coping and seething because people have kids and are picking them up from school. I'm not joking. This is, in fact, fatherless behavior, derogatory version of fatherless behavior. There is a good kind. This is not that. Managers and business owners are evil. They hate you. They hate you specifically, but they also hate you in general terms. They do not want you to see the kingdom of heaven. They do not want you to enjoy life with your children. And shit like that. But now that I'm done kind of joking around about it, every news outlet to some degree is like this, right? They're like, oh, here's some halfway decent news coverage. Yeah, okay, blah, blah. Now let's do the biggest fucking mouthpiece for, like, the biggest corporate asshole that we can find and say, like, oh, yeah, people are evil for having lives outside of work and for not wanting to work 8 hours continuously every day of their lives or some shit like that. Don't go left, don't go left, don't go left. Don't go left. Where are they going? Red shell. Cool. What's that boulder doing? I don't understand. Now, I do know the route in this place, although I don't know if that will save me in any sense. We'll start getting rid of these red shells gradually. Okay, easy. Mushroom. Doubt if I'll be able to hold on to this. I'm just gonna use it here. Ah, a mushroom. Very nice. No! Dang it. I had a feeling I would get bean cornered sooner or later. Probably gonna use the shock here, maybe? Oh no. I'm just gonna take this and roll with it. This is not the way you're supposed to go. I think they don't know the route. Oh, I got a mushroom there? That's unfortunate. I'm supposed to go this way, dude. Oh, a bunch of people took that super duper shortcut. Ah! Dang. One more race, probably. Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, about the, about newspapers. Every newspaper is privately owned and run for profit, which means their interest isn't actually in delivering the news. It's in delivering the news in such a way that gets them money. And they get money from clicks. So if they can get something that gets a lot of clicks, they run it, whether it causes hatred or, like, genuine interest. And of course, there's some stuff that, even though it does get a lot of clicks, it threatens their ability to make money in the future. And that sort of stuff is the stuff that's not friendly to the people who own the newspaper, who run the newspaper, and who contribute financially in a big way to the newspaper. So you will see a lot of stories like this that are stupid as fuck, but you won't see a lot of stories about the greed and corruption of corporations, at least not in a way that is very sensational and attention-grabbing. You'll see some, like, mundane shit, you know, that's phrased in a little bit more of a neutral sounding way. But, you know, usually the bias, if it is to attract outrage, it's over something that they would perceive the workers as having, like, wronged the poor, dear business owners over. You know, like leaving work early to pick up your kids from school, or like not working 40 hours a week, instead electing to work less than that. Because ultimately, it's there's this culture of very bizarre entitlement where the like employers feel like they are entitled to your time and labor more so than what you're already willing to like give them. Ah, dang. Sort of in a similar way that landlords feel very entitled to rent, which is money that they didn't make. You know, they're just mooching off of other people. It's the same thing with business owners, mooching off of people's work. I love doing that. I don't even know if it's necessarily faster, but it's a lot of fun. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna try to make the most of this. No! Dang. God, I can't get the landing on that right on mirror mode. Ah, star. Yes, another star. I'm paranoid about the shock, so I'm going over here. Ooh, triple mushroom. I would take that. Nice. Wait, what position did I even get? 5th. Oh. Okay. No, I clicked next race by accident. Ah! I guess I'm doing one more. All right. Yeah, the guy that posted the article I was talking about was very smart. They just screenshotted it and didn't post a link, because what news outlets are after there is clicks, you know? So he was saying, like, yeah, I'm not going to dignify this with a link because I don't want them to get those clicks if I can help it. And, you know, it's a drop in the bucket, but I guess if you're, you know, if you're going to talk about it, then you're going to talk about it. You know what? Sometimes that's a frustration that I can only now kind of like put words to, is that I kind of get frustrated whenever like I'm talking with somebody and they'll say, well, did you actually read the article? Like, no, I didn't actually, because I didn't want to dignify that, you know, that stuff with a click, because that's all they're after. They don't actually care if somebody reads the article or not. They just want the click. no, I'm dead. Alright, let's try this again. Please. Fuck it. I guess that's on me for assuming I would get a good item in 5th place, you know? Blooper for you. Like, okay, thanks. The shock. Why, yes, I did in fact target shock 1st and 2nd place. Because I am mean. I'm a mean boy. Oh, this is a 3-lap track. Wow. I thought it was, might be 2 laps. But I guess not. Very forgiving. Okay, perfect. Yay! Now I'm driving in the middle of the pack. I got an item. Oop. No. I'm just holding on to these. And by that I mean I'm gonna throw them away and try to get a mushroom, maybe. Yes! Triple mushrooms! That's what I wanted for Christmas. Ow! God damn it. Ah, son of a bitch, I'm gonna get last. Yeah. Oh, well, downer note to end on, but whatever. Fucking hell, dude. Okay. Quick game. Yes, please. Get me out of here, dude. Oh. Man, that was tiring. But, now that I'm done with stream, I can actually kind of relax. Which is nice. Let me find somebody to raid. Mango's live. That's Plup is live. We're gonna raid Plup. Yeah. Let's do it. You please. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. For watching the stream. I'll see you on Thursday. I should be back on Thursday. I might be doing this. I might be doing something else.